Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Black Legend with me, Bring It On. So the game got another patch. They added a mini-map. I wonder if there's a way to turn it off. Because at this point, I don't really need it. But yeah, they did add a map, so... But I've gotten so used to navigating by the signs and memorizing the layouts of each area, I'm not going to fret with using it.
All here! Wonderful. I'll be ferrying you to the island of the brewery. The building has some docks for receiving ingredients. It's about as far as I have to take you. Once you're in there, I will await either your return, or the screams of agony confirming that this is a stupid idea. Prepare yourselves well, so we can all make it out alive. Once we depart, there's no going back. Even one trip carries enough risk as is. Ready to leave?
I guess so. Alonzi. I mean, we have Ennius, so I'm not going to worry about. Defeat Anthony von Leeuwen to stop the fog from the brewery. Alright. Straightforward enough. Ooh, the soundtrack here picks up pace a little bit. Probably quick save. So I assume this is the final battle? It feels like it's got some final battle vibes to it. Still gonna be thorough looking for any chests that might be laying around. Can I just run behind him? An attack from back here. Alright, that's exactly what we'll do. I would just start like this. Let's go and rage up, since it is a boss fight. Oh, they changed how much Rabido Stomach Punch puts on an enemy. Interesting. Alright, let's go use catalyzing shot. Wait, out of range. Oh, because this guy's in the way. Let me move right here and use it. Have him run all the way over here and take out the cultist brewer. I can still move. Perfect. We'll go back this way, I guess. Just out of range. Oh, still out of range. I guess it's blocked. We'll wait for him to come to us, I guess. Move her back up here. And just wait it out. Come on, Anthony. Come and face your reckoning. Amber Crash. Okay. Doesn't seem that great. I'd like to get him over here to take care of this guy. So we'll work on that. Then I will go and confront Anthony. Should probably rage up first for optimal damage. Half full glass. Then I'll do with Anthony, or not Anthony, with Ennius is hit him with a rock. twice. And he can move over here, and I guess we'll just hit him with a flask. Catalyzing shot. Why can't I hit him with catalyzing shot? There we go. He didn't take any damage. Alright, what's he got going on here? Intoxicated Fury, performing a punching counterattack on all adjacent enemies when suffering damage from a melee attack. Misty Presence, thick fog maintained by cultists, allows easy evasion of all damage, eliminating all brewers. Alright, so we have to kill all the brewers to do damage to them. That's what I figured. Termination, receive additional 2 action points at the start of your turn. Okay. And I guess I can't hit him with her because he's hiding. The camera in here is a little wonky. It's alright. This guy's dead this turn. Aeneas has been let loose. Alright, I should have removed the invulnerability from Antony. Yeah, there we go. Now he's getting damage. Alright, I guess we'll use Crushing Strike, because he has a ton of health, so this should just do a ton of damage. Or not. Regeneration, health is restored at the start of every turn, can be removed by catalyzing bronze. Well, there we go. Now he's almost dead. Oh, man. That was it. Well, that was extremely lackluster. So we got Golden Dog and Robes of the Amber Walker. So Golden Dog, a spirit that once belonged to Antony von Leeuwen of the Grant City Council. The peculiar design reflects the creativity of the original holder, who proclaimed that every day he did not need to raise this weapon as a golden day. Reduces the cost of catalyzing strike to 1 AP, catalyzing bronze restores 1 AP, and fully restores movement. Seems pretty good. Might be worth putting. Well, then he loses his ranged options, because we could give it to the Plague Doctor. But then he can't use Tranquilizer Dart or use his catalyzing shot. So I don't think it makes sense to make that change. Then we also got a new attire. Robes of the Amber Walker. Long robes that belong to Antony von Leeuwen. The fabric reeks of alcohol and carries multiple flasks of various chemicals and drinks. The facial cloth is drenched in antidote, hoping to stave off the terrible effects of the fog. But the holes betray that this property did not last to protect the previous bearer of these clothes. Taking damage automatically applies the evasion status effect on the wearer. Restores 10% of maximum health at the start of your turn when having at least 1 stack of Rubido and Citronitis on you. Sounds really good. We can give that to, how does it compare to what Aeneas has? Oh, it doesn't give you any stat boosts. He doesn't need it anyway. He already has maxed out strength, so you know what? Let's rock it. Well, that was easy. Once I figured out how to, prevent his invulnerability, which I assumed that was the case to begin with, or I assumed the brewers were going to do something in combat, some sort of utility effect. Then Aeneas 2-shot the boss. I didn't see any chests, and at this point, I guess I don't really need them anyway.
You did it! You bloody went ahead and did it. Don't suppose you got other business here? Let's get out of here then before the Mephistians arrive. Let's quit this joint. My fellow Mephistians, brothers and sisters of our glorious faith, your humble leader has a message for you. Today is a blessed day. Our Lord, Our Lady, has returned. Let us treat our guest with deserved respect. Please, O great Mephisto, make way to the council house, where your mark on this city first began. Let us discuss your greatest works of the past, and the ones that will bless our future. What on earth was that voice? Mephisto has returned. Best you report back to Bar End, and your friends at the Gilded Claw. Looks like things are far from over.
Oh yeah, new bestiary entry for Antony. Antony von Leeuwen, council member of economy and alchemy in the city of Grant. Charismatic and smart, Antony has worked closest with Mephisto to start the brewery, which he insisted be placed under the watchful eye of the Slums District citizens. Years of personal training in alchemy made him the best candidate to oversee the endeavor to keep the brew going. As Antidote ran out and influential figures decided to skip the slums with deliveries, Antony quietly ensured they still received some by sacrificing some of his own stock. Unwilling to cause panic and protest in trying times, he planned to take this information with him to his grave. How'd I kill him twice? It says killed too. His body would remain at the brewery, however. During Pandemonium, he made way to the brewery in an attempt to shut it down, but succumbed and guarded it instead. He was finally stricken down by a band of mercenaries, who closed the valves, granting him his wish. Why did it say... Did the other bosses say I killed two of them too? It does. I fought that group twice, so it killed her 4 times, I guess, and killed him twice. That's weird. So Baron shouldn't be here. He said he was going to go to the Gilded Claw, so we can fast travel to the Commoner District. Then make our way to the Merchant's Guild. Did I master this ability? No, not even close. Oh. Oh, what's this? Oh, the tulip petals. That's right, we plant those and we can pick them up later. Neat.
What can I do for you? Come back and...
What can I help you with, Belby?
Let's talk to Johann first.
Day comes when the fog is starting to lift. Now we have to deal with this situation. Damn it all! That voice could wake the entire city. Never mind the volume. I'm more worried about that bastard Mephisto finally deciding to return the moment we fix his mess. I don't like what he mentioned about future blessings. What good will escaping do if the man responsible is still around? Free to follow us and create his next source of misery.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere. Can't mistake it. It's Benedict Baruch. Once in charge of city planning and religious affairs, now a leader of the Mephistians. We can flee now, but Mephisto will likely make a new brew. Probably twice as nasty, and now he's got an entire cult at his beck and call. I've learned to see opportunities in every crisis, and sure as hell see one now. We have a group of incredible prowess. If anyone can take down Mephisto, it's them. The invitation was to come to the city council building up at the Citadel. Can't recommend walking up there for the main gate. Place is bound to be swarming with Mephistians. Fortunately, you can access it through tunnels with this key. Had it locked off in case some poor sod lost their way and ended up in the Citadel by mistake, revealing this way of entry.
It feels too much to ask after all you've already done for this city. But could you play the hero? One last time. So justice shines once again. I swear this ship will not sail without you.
Fear not. If Johan tries to leave without you, I'll come up to the Citadel myself and bring you his head. Nobody here is leaving without the heroes that made it possible.
I have a feeling we're going to get left behind anyway, because we have not been taking antidote this entire time. So I feel like we're going to get corrupted by the fog come the end of the game. Just a guess, but... no one's offered us any antidote this entire time. Alright, to the Citadel. Enter the city council building and kill Mephisto. One of the 3 prime evils. Oh, it's a lot bigger of an area than I thought. Alright, I guess we can make our way through. Can't see anything in there. Gonna assume there's no chests laying around. Oh, here we go. White Death. This legendary 4-barreled gun never stops smoking after firing, which has led too many people describing the wielder as a ghostly specter of death. The barrels are created from alchemically treated gold, while the pure ivory handle is rumored to be fashioned from the skull of the Grim Reaper itself. Reduces cost of catalyzing shot to 1 AP. Performing range attack grants the evasion status effect. Well, that sounds really good for him, but can he use... he can't use pistols. What is it... what's its damage value? I lost it. Oh, there it is. 35, 20, and 10. I think she gets more damage out of this. I could swap her to the Inquisitor. I mean, if I were the Commander class with D'Artagnan, it'd be a good weapon to have, but... and since enemies respawn infinitely, I could easily still grind out all the classes if I wanted to, but I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze in that regard, so I'm not going to. Is there any reason to explore the sides here? Alright, so it's not as big as I thought. There's no, you know what, let's go and use one of these. The quarter tree stands tall in the city. Those who nail a bloodstained nail and a coin to the trunk are said to be healed of any ailment. I can't talk. Alright, it's not gonna let me nail a coin to the tree, I guess. Let's stay on this group guarding the gate. With the vial, and then catalyzing shot him. Alright, big damage. I know that we took damage. I'm going to try and use this tree again. Nope, still doesn't let me. Interesting. I assume we can't go in through the sides. We have to go in through the main door. The wind is howling. The moment is at hand. Beyond this point, there is no going back. They said the same thing at the brewery. Enter the council house and bring justice to its halls. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we have nothing else to do. Is that Mephisto? He looks really cool. I have no control over
Enter,
me.
friends, enter. We must make room for our wondrous guest to shine bright.
That statue's hand was laying on the floor in front of it.
To receive this guest, I've donned my finest armor, befitting such a meeting. My sight is not what it used to be. Come ever closer, so I may behold your faces.
Okay. We'll put her right here. I go and rage up, buddy. There's really no reason to send him forward. Well, he doesn't go yet, so I'm gonna go and send him forward. I should see what he does before I just go punching him. Alright, so Golden Soul. Restore health equal to the amount of damage done when scoring a critical hit. Adrenaline is halved instead of depleted upon scoring a critical hit. Walker of Dust. Leave a trail of toxic glass dust when moving. The dust deals damage, applies albedo, and inflicts poison and choking fog. Determination. Receive additional 2 action points at the start of your turn. Fanatic Survivalism. When below 50% health, gain 1 action point for every adjacent enemy at the start of your turn. And then Philosopher's Link. Shares a bond of destiny with another soul. Damage is split between the bonded units. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna take his action points. I'm just gonna go up here and use Steel Energy. Then go and do this. Use the old Deadeye for some big damage. And he's already raged, so we'll just use Blade Flurry. Main character can come forward. I'm going to use Sanctuary. This turn he can't move. That should prevent anybody from dying this turn. And he can't move, so he doesn't get to use his little dust trail. One problem I'm going to face is I don't think that What's-Her-Face gets a turn, or can shoot from where she's at. Can she? No. She can from right here, so that works out. So let's Deadeye this guy. Aeneas, are you still raged up? Just Sanctuary. Don't need to rage up. Let's do it anyway. I think it was for the counterattack. Crushing strike or catalyzing strike. It's a tough call. Let's use crushing strike. I don't need to do this, but I mean the fight's gonna be so easy anyway. I'm not super worried about it. I have to move around behind him and use catalyzing strike. And done.
Funny. My entire life I've spent trying to enhance my vision. How fitting that it at its sharpest when that life ends. But you knew such things already, didn't you? Mephisto,
Oh,
your judgment will not come from a council, but from those you've dragged here. Played for fools. Let your sins be forgiven, or let the retribution be swift.
opportunity awaits you. The fog is clearing, now past judgment. They who committed such sins have undone the act. Are they forgiven? Yes. Wait, who am I fighting? What's going on? Am I fighting all my companions? I am. Well, I don't want to fight Ennius. He's gonna wreck me. Let's see. Yeah, I can't beat Ennius. Where's my checkpoint at? Do I have to fight what's-his-face again?
Your judgment will not come.
What happens if I press no? Let's try fighting again. I don't think that I'm gonna win this, but if I put my back, I guess right here, I'll be a little safer. Maybe Ennius. I want Ennius to attack me from the front, because I get reduced damage and I get counterattacks from the front. But he's gonna come around to the side anyway. What a jerk. I'm able to take these two out. What I need is to get lucky with my blade flurry. So I get heals like that. I'm gonna rage up, so I hit a little harder on next turn. And I want to put my back somewhere safe, so like right here. Oh no, I didn't turn around! One shot. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna throw an edit here. Alright, so I've been working on this fight for a little while now. I discovered a few things, like I can open up my inventory during the combat prep phase. I never tried before, so... Yeah, let's bring 2 of those. You can also change your class. I'm going to change to the guard. The duelist might be another good alternative to put me on even footing with Aeneas. But I have a strategy for the guard. I'm going to swap to this because it gives me more strength, even though I'm capped out, so maybe it's not worthwhile. It does give me more health, though. This also gives me more health, so I'll do that. It does say the Broken Legend armor is better, but we did get the Visionary armor off of the boss we just defeated. So being catalyzed with gold heals you and increases adrenaline by 25, and it prevents you from being critically hit. That second effect is the big one, because Aeneas does a lot of critting, and also when he crits, he gets more action points. So I'm going to rock this. Also, it looks really cool, especially with this shield and this axe. Also, being a guard gives me access to Sanctuary and Bolster without having to use cross-class actives. And then I still have access to Blade Flurry and Stomach Punch, which is a 1 AP cost, 2 Rabido stack attack that I can heal off of with the Blood Coral Ring. And speaking of, let's go ahead and swap this out for this. Well, this already gives me that. I can't be critically hit as a guard anyway. Let's see, reduces damage from the front by additional 20%. Gain 1 action point when wielding an axe, 1 movement when wielding a straight sword. I already have maxed out action points in this fight. Something gives me more health. That gives me more stats across the board, which I don't need. Maybe the guard isn't the best class for this. Some of this is redundant. Let's see, 50, 1, and 30. I don't need skill, because I'm already immune to crits with this class. This might be worthwhile. Reduces all non-catalyst damage by 15%. And it gives me 80 health. I mean, minus 30 movement, 30% agility. I don't get the healing off the gold, though, and that might be worthwhile. Let's try this. Then also standing here, the shield protects me to the left and to the front. And so Aeneas and Martin can't get to my flank or my back here. They can only attack me from the 2 sides I'm protected from. Or protected with the shield. So... let's hope this pans out. So if I had the other armor on, I'd heal from this catalyst. Alright, so Sanctuary. Bolster. See, it says I can't hurt him. Let's punch him so we can heal off of him later. Yeah, he's barely tickling me now. This might just work out. I wish Iron Atom wasn't equipped by lot, because I could equip that and then have the Visionary armor. Then I'd heal off 2 different catalysts, both silver and gold. But sadly, I don't have that available. Let's go ahead and heal up with this. Move behind Martin and try and take him out with Blade Flurry. Bolster up again, and then we'll turn around and try and stay alive. Might be dead here. That's a lot of damage. Even for all the reduced damage that I take. That's a lot of damage. Alright, let's pop that. I'm gonna see if I can take out Ennius this turn with Blade Flurry. I definitely can. So now I just have to chase down Lot, which would be a pain in the butt. I'll be taking bleeding damage the whole time too. Oh, unless she moves towards me. Ah, she ran away again. She has so much movement range, I might not be able to catch her. Don't run away! Stop running away! May as well just bolster in Sanctuary until I can actually get to her. I want her to run up this way. Oh, nope, she didn't move. Haha! So that's all she wrote. Congratulations on completing Black Legend. Would you like to start a new game or return to the main menu? I guess back to the main menu. Yes, I am sure. Oh man, okay. That last fight was unexpected, but it was an absolute blast. I had no idea that I have to go up against the monster that I created, Ennius. Oh, that dude was such a pain. Luckily, I was able to out-tank his damage by going the guard class, and I inadvertently prepared for that fight. Man, that last fight was so much fun. So, the game hits in some areas and misses in others. I think the soundtrack is really good for one, since we're listening to it here at the main menu. The aesthetic and the premise of the game is also really cool. You don't see a lot of games set in this era. I think that the whole humor, the idea behind the humors in combat was a really good idea, but I don't think they took it quite far enough. I think that combat is missing a couple mechanics that would really, take it over the top and make it into like a really solid turn-based tactical game. I mentioned it earlier in the Let's Play, I think. Tactics Ogre has a mechanic. I think the Knight class has a mechanic where basically they stand on a square or on a tile, and then so many tiles to the left and to the right of them, there's like a barrier that they put up that prevents undead from walking past them. I think having something like that, some sort of phalanx ability in this game would be really good. Maybe for the guard class, and it prevents enemies from walking past them so they can protect their backline. Because as it stands now, I would never play this game in permadeath mode, because there's no way to tell who the enemies are going to target. I think there needs to be some more consistency in enemy actions, their priorities, who they go after. Because it's just being random like that, there's no... Because even XCOM, which is a game notorious for its randomness, it has consistencies. Like, enemies act the same, you know what to expect. In this game, you don't have that. And so playing on permadeath would just be super stressful for no reason. So having some way to manipulate enemies or control their behavior, or having predictable behavior, would be a step in the right direction. They have been adding quality of life improvements as I've been playing through, as we saw. They made healing easier, they added a mini-map, they made descriptions of equipment more clear, be able to see where or what abilities go to which classes without having to memorize the icons for each class, because I still haven't memorized them. But they did a lot of things right in the game too. I think the progression feels really solid, the leveling up, a lot of classes, ton of classes and equipment. I think the equipment and the synchronization between the equipment and the humors and like catalyzing is really well implemented. It does... I think that heavy armor builds need a buff. Because, I mean, compared to what Ennius was doing, just a whirlwind of death and destruction, and then compare him to my main character, like, it really wasn't a competition. Ennius definitely took the cake. Because he had higher agility. Which I guess makes sense. He had a wider, a more balanced stat distribution than my main character did. Because I really just focused on strength and health on my main character. I think the game is really fun. I think it needs a few touch-ups here and there. A few things to just really take it over the top. I don't think it's worth full price on release, which I think was like $30. I got it 10% off for the first week it came out. Still think it was worth that. I think it's like a $20 game. Maybe 15. Definitely not worth 30. So definitely wait for a sale if you're looking to get it. The story was solid. It kept me interested. I do wish... I know I played on normal because I didn't know what to expect going into the game. I do regret that. I should have played on hard or done a custom difficulty and played it on hard but without permadeath. Because again, I don't think permadeath is something I ever want to deal with in this game. Story was okay. Again, I think the bosses could have been a little harder. Like Pierre's... I think Pierre's went twice when I fought him, right? Same with Anthony. Like, they both went twice before I took him down. Side quest design is awful. I'm not going to say anything good about it. Just the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because they were one of the side quests. We went to the shipyard, went to the harbor district, and then right back to the shipyard. And then we had to go to the slums after that. They should have had us go from the shipyard to the harbor to the slums instead of just back and forth like that. There's no reason for it. And not only did they have us go back and forth, so they had us go from the shipyard to the harbor, back to the shipyard. But it wasn't just that. They had us go back to the same location in the shipyard at Little Seaside to talk to an NPC. Who was basically neighbors to the guy who gave us the original quest. That was dumb. I did like how there were changes. So like after we beat Christian, the White Wife showed up. Like you had to leave and come back for them to be on the beach. That was pretty cool. I like the changes, like the kind of dynamic districts. The aesthetic, again, all these like aesthetic across the board was really solid. I really like the time period and the armors and stuff that they had available. Unique weapons are really cool, and they had a variety of them. They had a unique weapon for every class, which was nice. Not a lot of games do that. They usually prioritize like swords or something. Most games, people like swords. I don't know why. Hammers and axes are where it's at. I guess overall I enjoyed my time with the game. It is hit and miss. I enjoyed my time for the most part. Again, that last fight was the most fun I had in the entire game. Fighting against my extremely overpowered team. It required me to actually adapt. It was the first time I actually had to strategize and like think through my actions. Before that, everything I could just kind of bulldoze through, brute force my way through the entire game up to that point. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about the game. It was a little shorter than I expected. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Games don't have to be 40, 50 hours long to be good. Sometimes short is sweeter. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. I think that's all I have to say about the game. Thanks for joining me on yet another adventure. I hope to see you guys in the next Let's Play.